everybody, this is Danielle Putnam, and today I want to talk a little bit about editing, and that means editing ourselves. If you notice, I don't do any editing when I'm doing any of my videos for two reasons. Number one, I have no technology ability, so I wouldn't be able to do it even if I wanted to. And number two, because I want people to know who I am as a real person in real life. I've noticed a lot, and I'm sure you've all noticed, and I'm sure you've all done it too, that if you look on Facebook or you look on any kind of photos, there's filters, or you can edit what you say, or you can crop things, and you make yourself look better. And everybody does it because lack of confidence is one of the biggest reasons. The only reason why you would need to edit yourself is if you don't feel good about who you are. And there's no reason to not feel good about who you are. You're unique. You're here for a purpose. You have value. And the only one that doesn't see that is you. And more than likely, it's because every day, more than likely, and I've seen it a million times, people wake up in the morning and they criticize themselves. They criticize what they look like. They criticize their intelligence. They criticize what they say, or if they did something that made them feel embarrassed in front of other people. It's a huge reason why people have social anxiety. I mean, one of the root causes of that is that you don't feel comfortable around other people, mainly because you don't like yourself. You think they won't like who you are. But the reality is that we're all flawed. Everyone is flawed. And I will also tell you something else. All those times that you are so concerned about what other people think about you, they don't care. They're not listening to you. They literally are trapped in their own minds worrying about them. I'll give you an example. In grade school, high school, whatever, any time that you had to do a public speaking event or do a presentation, my guess is you would sit in the class and the entire time that people were talking, you would be thinking about your own presentation, making sure that you remembered what to say, remembered whether or not you looked all right, remembered everything that could go wrong to make sure that it didn't go wrong. So more than likely, you didn't listen to a single thing any of those people said. But you thought that when you were up there, everyone was listening to you. They weren't. Unfortunately, and this, do not take this the wrong way, none of us are that special. We're not sitting around listening to absolutely everything that is going on unless they affect us personally. I mean, there are people that we admire, obviously. So those are the people that we're going to be listening to because we admire them. Or there's people we look up to, or our friends, or our family, and we're going to be listening to them because we care. We have an attachment. Let me put it that way. If you have an attachment to someone, you are going to be paying attention. But the people in that classroom, unless they're your friend or they're part of your inner circle, they're not attached to you. If you give a major presentation in front of a bunch of people and you're not an admired personality and you're only doing it because the work told you to or because you had to or you had to do it for credit or for whatever reason, and everyone else has to do the same thing, they're not listening to you. You're worrying over nothing. And not to mention the fact, like I said before, we all have flaws. There are things about us that we cannot change, but that is a good thing. Because if all of us were the same, it would be pretty boring. Everything would be boring. You know, I try to get across to my clients that if you want to be powerful, if you want to have the life you want, you have to feel like, number one, you deserve it. And the only way to feel that is to feel confident about who you are with everything. Your flaws probably are a gift. And you just don't realize it because you criticize yourself. You're constantly criticizing yourself. Well, unfortunately, the brain and the way the brain works, and if you've read my book, Pick Your Poison, Confidence, you would know that the way that the brain processes information is that it doesn't know the difference between fantasy and fiction. Whatever you tell your brain, it's going to believe. You wake up every day and you tell yourself you're ugly or you're fat or you're not smart or you're a fraud. That's the biggest one. People oftentimes feel like they are a fraud. They feel like they are just kind of under the radar and people just haven't realized it yet. People are smarter than you think they are, right? If they're friends with you, they're friends with you for a reason. You're not a phony. You think you are one. And when you feel that way about yourself, you can't move forward in life. The people that are powerful, the people you admire, the ones you actually listen to, there's a reason why you want to listen to them. Because they already know that. They wake up every day telling themselves how amazing they are. And then their brain processes that information, believes it, and then they carry themselves in the world like that. What you don't tend to understand is if you say a bunch of negative things about yourself, you actually carry yourself differently. You'll slump over a little bit. You won't maintain eye contact. You hide. And that's energy. That's energy you're giving off. That's how you're showing up in the world. People are seeing it. And then you say to yourself, see, I knew it. Well, you didn't know it. You just said it. And then you reacted to it. And then they reacted to your reaction. And then it made it come true. So self-fulfilling prophecy, also in my book. So if you want to make a change, if you want to feel powerful and amazing and good about yourself, my tip, wake up every day, look at yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself how awesome you are. Just do that. That one thing. Every day. Every day wake up in the morning and tell yourself how amazing you are. You'll notice you'll carry yourself different. Your shoulders are straighter. You're maintaining more eye contact. The expression on your face is going to be more positive. And all of a sudden, people are going to starting to get drawn to you. You want the job, you want the girl, you want the guy. You want to know why these people seem to have things that you don't? That's why. Because they carry themselves completely different. And I will tell you, the most attractive quality, and anybody can say this, in any person, whether it be romantic love, friendship, job quality, it doesn't matter, is confidence. People are drawn to confidence. There is something about that energy that it's like a magnet. So my tip today is do not edit yourself. You are perfect exactly the way you are. You need to start feeling that way. You need to start loving yourself. And every single morning you wake up, tell yourself in the mirror how awesome you are, and you will start noticing small changes. I promise you. It takes time. Because when you start doing it, it's going to feel like a lie. You're going to feel like you're lying to yourself. But eventually, your brain is going to start processing more and more and more, and you're going to start believing it. Because you have to understand something. All the times that you criticized yourself, it took time for your brain to believe all those things. Well, now it does. So now you got to change that. You got to start making yourself believe the good stuff. And that takes time. So like I said, start small. Every morning, wake up. I am awesome. And feel awesome. And yes, you're always going to have people that are going to criticize you or try and bring you down. In my last post, I even said that, if people are going through a rough time or their misery loves company, there's a reason why there's a saying. So there's always going to be people that are going to try and hurt you because they're hurting. Remember that. People hurt people because they're hurting. Happy people don't have time to hurt other people. So please go and be one of the happy people. Go and spread the joy. Go get the job. Go get the girl. Go get the guy. Go get the whatever, the house. Go get whatever it is that you want that fulfills your soul and makes you feel good about who you are. But it is an internal job. The only one that is going to be able to start making you feel comfortable about who you are in your own skin is you. Because you can listen to other people. You can have people tell you how amazing you are. And I'm sure that there's tons of people out there that do it all the time. But it's fleeting. Because what happens? If you're not around those people, it starts to fleeting. It goes away. Right? You're losing fuel. Which means you have to go around them again and again and again and again. If you're doing it for yourself, if you're saying it to yourself, you're always going to have a full gas tank. like a car, right? Because you're giving it to yourself. You always have an endless supply of reminding yourself how amazing you are, an endless supply of positivity. You don't have to seek it out from somebody, especially if you're trying to seek it out from people and they're busy or they're not there or they have stuff to do. Then what? Then you're waiting. You're just waiting. Please, somebody tell me that I'm good, that I'm good enough, that I'm okay, that I'm beautiful. You're going to be waiting a long time. And then when you finally get it, you're going to get that rush. It's like a high. And then it goes away. Do you have to start learning how to give it to yourself? Stop the negative comments. Stop the criticizing. Stop the editing. Show up in the world who you are. Because, like I said, I've got flaws. I'm sure I would look amazing if I edited this video or put some kind of a filter or something. And, you know, I should, because maybe I would look great. But I don't. And I don't want you to either. So if you get anything from this, please stop editing yourself. Tell yourself you're awesome. Start showing up in the world like you're awesome. And let that anxiety and pain go. And if anyone has anything to say to you, just remind yourself, people in pain want you to be in pain. Happy people don't have time to cause other people pain. So if you learn anything from this, learn that. So go out in the world, get some sun. It's beautiful here. I'm in Colorado right now. The drapes are closed, obviously, because the sun will hit and you can't see anything. Which, I don't know, maybe would have been good. But it's beautiful outside, so I'm going outside to go enjoy the sun. Wherever you are, please go get some fresh air. And do not edit yourself. Go have fun. Go enjoy. Go be part of the world. Because there's nothing better than being surrounded by love. Love yourself first, and then let everyone else love you too. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you.